Today we're dropping anchor. A solo overnight on a makeshift kayak tent in the river. And to make it more interesting, it's raining. Like 90% precipitation today from this afternoon until around midnight tonight. So before we do anything else, we're going to attempt to get some cover over us, some shelter. We've got our basher with us, some cordage, a spare oar, and hopefully that will get us out of the rain. I suppose there's only one way to find out. And it's raining already. So let's go get to shore to get this shelter up, because trying to get the basher up over the kayak, well, on the kayak, it's just gonna be a ball ache. These April showers really aren't messing around this year. So I always knew the basher wasn't going to cover the entire kayak. One end was always going to be left exposed, but as long as it covers us, then I'm okay with that. But what say we put it where it belongs and get it out on the water? So let's hope the winds don't pick up, because now not only is this a tarp, but it's essentially a sail, and strong winds against the basher, I'm not too sure. Especially with this little 0.7 kilogram anchor, I'm not sure how well it's going to hold us at all. I've never used it before, so let's rig it up and we'll see how we get on with it. Going to let all the line out as the water levels fluctuate here. Obviously, being a tidal river, water comes in and so will we. Water goes out and we'll do that too. Hopefully it won't drain out as much as it did on our last overnight video. So I think we stopped. It works. So that be it for us now. Home for the night with our shelter set up. It's coffee time. Obviously having a fire isn't an option, but we need some type of fire to boil our water. So we have our gas stove, we have a chopping board. Theory is the bottom of the gas stove won't heat up enough to damage our chopping board, let alone the kayak. So let's put it to the test. And it stopped raining, so that gives us a little more space. Well, that's not supposed to be like that. Oh, bollocks. So it looks like we got a leak on the gas stove. Annoying, because that's like new, so. But then again, it was cheap Amazon. I literally turned the gas off. Look at this. That's on, that's off, and it's not going off. Why has this happened to me? It's going out. It's out. What a piece of shit. I was indeed correct. No damage to the chopping board. Just a gas stove broken. Well, there ain't a whole lot of room in here, but at least we're dry. So one of the things I always carry with me on these kayak trips is Dr. Boat. Don't worry, not a sponsor, it's just pretty good stuff. We picked up a puncture on a couple of kayak videos back somehow. I have no idea how. The outer material wasn't damaged, but the inner material had this quite significant gash in it. So this kayak comes with its own repair kit. Not too good, however, you know, because I did fix it up, and when I took it out the next time I realized, hey, it wasn't fixed at all and the puncture remained and we were losing quite a bit of air. So this Dr. Boat, super simple and easy to apply. Just squeeze it on and that's it, you're done. And apparently you can even use it on tents, tarps, rain flies, you know, all that good stuff. So maybe something to get a hold of, especially if you're in an inflatable. Only another hour or two of this rainfall and then we might actually be able to get outside. It'd be nice to have the space. It's getting a little claustrophobic in here right now. Looks like I'm gonna have to get another Basha. We're leaking, but it has been through some shit in its time. So yeah, either reproof it or we're just gonna get another one, because this is a piece of kit that I won't do without. Well, we better get our safety gear on. I don't like swimming. And I especially don't like swimming at night when it's dark. And there goes the tarp. It's this front one. You can really jam it in there. Oh, that's got to be loosened. That's better. So we're fixing to heat ourselves up some dinner now. No, we're not. It's on the other side of the kayak. Good. Oh, this ain't easy. So the gas stove, a little bit wet. Probably gonna fucking explode now. Okay, there we go. The very last of the combat ration. Just as I come to sit outside, it starts raining again. So on our camp at the site of special scientific interest, I said that I'd be having the last combat ration that day. That was true. I was going to be having it, but I didn't actually have it because I didn't eat it. Didn't have no dinner that night. And hold on. This rain. As I was saying, yeah, I didn't actually have dinner on the camp at the site of special scientific interest, and obviously I didn't have dinner on the last overnight because I was sick, and I just, as soon as I got in that sleeping bag, I was out. So we're making up for it now. We got this beef burrito style filling with rice, and we even got some breakfast in the morning. So for lack of a dry bag that my sleeping bag actually fits into, you just put my sleeping bag and bivvy into a bin liner, keeps it dry, it's cheap, and it works. And a bit of forward thinking, I put my sleeping bag inside my bivvy bag and just put it in the stuff sack. So all we have to do is roll it out. Now before we lay our sleeping bag out, just something I gotta take care of. Just putting on those fresh socks. This is without a doubt going to be awkward. If you're wondering why I'm sitting on the edge of the kayak here and risking falling in, it's because we're no longer floating, we are sitting. The tide is pretty much going out now and it's draining all the water. Which also means shit, come off. I need a bigger boat. To be honest, I'm not mad at this. I'm not mad at it at all. Because we have that soft cushion underneath our roll mat. And we have these two little sidewalls here and a seat behind us acting as a pillow. We're doing all right. So the last camp we had where I got a little sick, that was only a couple of days ago, so still feeling a little rough now, but I want to thank you guys for sharing your worst camping experiences with me. Reading some of them made me feel a lot better about the things other people had suffered through. But in all seriousness, I had it easy in comparison to what some of you guys have been through. So yeah, I just wanted to thank you for sharing that. Right now we're going to bed down, so I'll see you in the morning. So here's the issue. Bed down, go to sleep, wake up. Why is my ass cold? Wait, it's not just cold, it's wet. Why is it cold and wet? Get up, realise the floor to our kayak has deflated and water is just kind of seeping in. I don't know whether it's from all the rain or whether it's got a puncture and that's why it's deflating. Obviously it's deflating because it's got a puncture, but the underside of the kayak must have had a puncture that's gone through the underside of the kayak and then gone into the floor, punctured that also. It's not something I can use that Dr. boat on right now. So we paddled up to shore. Well, we can't quite get to shore yet because the tide hasn't come in that far. So I think it's about 4:30 in the morning is high tide again, which is a fair few hours away. So I've launched the anchor over there. I'm going to get my wellies on, attempt to get over there because I do want to go to sleep. So we'll give it a go. Go back on and hopefully we're not going to sink too much and we're going to just drag the kayak up and just let's go from there. Look at that. Crazy. I knew last night after my sleeping bag got wet that I wasn't going to get any sleep tonight. Sure enough, not a wink. Something about a damn sleeping bag that's far superior at keeping you awake than a coffee. And as damp and uncomfortable as I am right now, I'd still rather stay in my sleeping bag for the warmth. The inside of my wellies are wet, both pairs of my socks are wet, and I'm going to stay in the sleeping bag for as long as possible.